Many people call minimum captures one of the hardest Mario Odyssey challenges, for an understandable reason. But what if we made it even harder? Some say that it's a cappy-less challenge, which it's not. In fact, you need cappy for many of the strats used in the run. But what if it really was? What if we combined the two and tried to beat Mario Odyssey minimum captures with the minimum amount of cap throws? Well, I'll be doing this in one player mode and the most recent version of the game, so 13 captures. If you notice a counter at the bottom left or the name of the challenge on the top left, it's because I did this on stream, but this counter isn't always accurate, so I'll add my own true counter. With all that said, let's go over our run. Our journey starts back in Cap Kingdom. We retrieve Cappy and already have to cap through once to hit the lever, and again to open the door. Once inside, we run into the frogs that we have to skip. This entire section requires a lot of vertical jumps, so it's time to optimize it. For the first jump, you usually need to cap through 3 times, but you can actually skip having to cap through on the wall by doing a really precise jump. The next one can be done capless by triple jumping off the fence, and the one in the water can also be done by triple jumping to the side. This one is pretty interesting as you need to first break the brick block to be able to jump on top of the blocks. Finally though, we do need to cap bounce here once for the last jump and once again to open the door. We can beat Topper without any additional cap throws and make our first capture of the run, the spark piling, for a total of 7 cap throws in Cap Kingdom. It doesn't get any better in Cascade. We have to skip the first chain jump, so I had to figure out a way to do this with the minimum amount of cap throws. First moon skip didn't seem viable, so I did a surface clip instead. We can go underwater and get the moon with just a single cap throw. We also cannot go through the 2D area, so we have to make this jump. While on stream I couldn't get it to work and I just assumed it was 2 cap throws, but after trying it off camera for about an hour, I got it with a single cap bounce, which is actually way harder than it looks. The Madame Brutal fight was also so confusing. Normally you would just assume that you have to cap through a whopping 6 times to remove the chain jumps hat and capture it. I tried spin throwing or cap throwing from behind, but nothing seemed to work. One time though, I spin throwed at a certain angle and got hit at the same time, and it actually worked, so I knew there was a way. I could not get it 3 times in a row because it seemed very random though. So I went off to Sand Kingdom on my stream, but after trying it for a while, I figured out the angle and got it 3 times in a row, and beat her with just 3 cap throws. I also needed to globe, I guess, adding up to a total 6 cap throws in Cascade. Thankfully, we can relax a bit in Sand Kingdom. No captures are normally required, and there are many moons that we can get here even without cap throws. We managed to get every moon and leave with just 1 cap throw, that being the globe. Lake Kingdom is unfortunate because there's no way to get past the very first section without cap throws. I brainstormed a few ideas but nothing seemed to work, so I carefully used this cap throw to do a surface clip again, get inside the zipper room and get the one possible moon here. You might be wondering why I did this, and if I ever decide to do maximum moons with this, it's the only way to get this moon without any additional cap throws. The rest of the moons are simple and straightforward, so we can move on to Wooded with 2 cap throws, the other one being the globe once again. Wooded has enough moons to get and leave, and there are many moons in Deep Woods as well. You can exit Deep Woods by restarting the game, so you don't have to throw cap it to get a nut. We leave Wooded Kingdom with a single cap throw. Next comes Cloud, where we obviously need to hit Bowser's hat to equip it ourselves a total of 3 times. Not only that, but it's impossible to even reach the boss fight arena, so that's another cap throw, adding up to 4 in Cloud. Lost Kingdom makes this easy for us, since Klepto just steals Cappy. We can get a lot of the moons, so that's no problem. We once again have to globe though, so that's 1 more in Lost. Metro Kingdom has a bunch of captures that we're gonna need to avoid, such as the very first wire. By getting momentum and triple jumping, the minimum here is a single cap bounce to get there. We take the long way around Night Metro, skip this wire by wall jumping here, Metro Hall is unchanged, and finally, capture the tank in the Mecha Wiggler boss fight. It's been a while since our last capture. The rest of the moons are easy to get, so with the additional globe capthrough, that's Metro Kingdom done in 3 total. Snow Kingdom was easy and straightforward, and can easily be done. Same thing happens with Seaside. There's just a lot of moons laying around the kingdom, so that's a capthrough each. We now get onto Luncheon, the vein of our existence. This is just a metaphor, guys. This kingdom is already really limited with the moon in minimum captures. But this takes it an extra step. We can get 2 moons at the start, then defeat Spewer and get to the town. Here we get an extra 4 moons. We can also get to the Island of Salt by damage boosting. Lastly, we can get to the next story moon, which is impossible, but here we are able to do a complicated capless trick jump to grab this moon. And that's it. I tried getting a life apart to get across this gap, but it's sadly too far away. So for this kingdom, we just have to figure out the best route to get the minimum amount of cap throws. I figured crossing the gap by adding 1 single cap throw was the best option. It only opens up 1 more moon, but it also gives us access to these 2 islands. We can get to the first one by using a life apart again, which by the way I had to get 50 coins each time because I was broke. Here we cap through again to get 2 moons from this sub area. If I could get to the next island with 1 more cap through, I would get an additional 2 moons. But sadly, with the 3 health that we have, we are missing just a bit of distance to get there. We cannot have a life apart because we used it to get where we are in the first place. Or so I thought. After trying a bunch of things, I realized that it would be possible if we could get to this island while only taking 2 damage. And after a couple of tries, I managed to do this, giving us 2 more moons for 1 more cap through. We can also open this door to this sub area with 1 more cap throw for another 2 moons. We are only missing 2 moons now, but sadly there's no place where you could get 2 with just a single cap throw, so we ultimately need to grab 2 separate moons with 1 cap through each and globe. That's Luncheon Kingdom done in an absurdly high 6 cap throws, but trust me, it gets worse. Ruin Kingdom has a bunch of cap throws. First of all, to even access the fight you need to cap throw twice. Then the whole fight is a giant mess. You need to stick these pole things off by throwing Cappy, but while he's coming back with you, he can remove other poles. We can use this to minimize our cap throws, and it's possible to do 2 cap throws per hit. Sadly, I couldn't figure out a way to do just 1 cap throw. We also do need to globe, making this a 9 cap throw kingdom. And I didn't even tell you how hard it was to get the last one with just 2 cap throws. But let's just cut to Bowser's Kingdom, the absolute worst. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 Spark Pylons here. There are also 2 boss fights in between, and only Topper is possible capless. There is no way to damage Harriet without throwing Cappy, so that's 3 more cap throws added to the total. We're stuck at the bottom of this section and cannot use the Pokio, so we have to figure out a way to trick jump there. Even by jumping from the highest point, there didn't seem to be a way, but I realized that maybe by breaking the boxes and entering that hole, it would be possible. So I put on assist mode, broke the boxes by bonking on them, and did a really clean trick jump to get inside. Now we get to the hardest part, Pokino. We have to skip this Pokio by doing complicated jumps on the wall precisely, and optimizing that would take literal days, if not weeks. Normally you would just throw Cappy to get out of bounds without falling, but if you roll and jump at the right time, you can get out of bounds without throwing Cappy. However, doing this every time I wanted to redo the trick again would be pretty much impossible. So instead of optimizing the whole trick, I just ended up going with a normal Pokino strat, which took me 13 cap throws. It's a lot, but if someone wants to try and optimize it even more, go for it. We have to capture once again to get over this ledge where we can plant the nut and get to the damn brutal fight. This took me an entire hour on stream, so I'm just gonna show you a few clips from there because it's genuinely insane. Can Pokios poke the bombs back at him?
Oh, try again.
Nice shot.
They can! They can! I'm just going to restart the whole fight in assist mode. Nice. No, what? That's okay, once again. He can push the Pokios? Oh my goodness. The Pokio is on him. Please, please. He had to walk there. Just hit it! Please, Pokio, you just have to hit him. Oh, thank goodness. That was only the second hit. This is gonna take forever, isn't it? Oh, yes. This Pokio has plot armor. Oh my goodness.
Bruh.
Yes. I actually hit him. I hit him for once. Oh. Nice. I just need to hit him again on the same leg. No, don't kill him. Don't. Never mind. I'm killing Pokios. Yes, there we go. There we go. Wait, can you get on top of him here? Please tell me you can. Please tell me you can. Are you kidding me? I have to hit him again? How do you even get up there? Okay, please. I definitely need a capture there. Well, that capsule does not work. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. Are you kidding me? Thank you. Thank you. And that is our 67 top throw. I have another shot. Yeah, please tell me that it's an easy post. Oh, with that additional cap throw and one more to globe, we end Bowser's with a total of 25 whole cap throws, which is about a third of the total. We can at last go to Moon though. Moon Cave Skip is impossible sadly, so that requires one more cap throw. Then we cap throw thrice to open the door and another 3 times to hit Bowser's hat and kill him. Our last cap throw comes from us capturing Bowser. And just like that, we finally beat the game in a measly 76 cap throws. Keep in mind this is optimizable for sure, especially in Bowser's Kingdom. But with that said, that's the lowest amount of cap throws I found that you need to beat minimum captures. Thanks for watching.